The liquidation of Prigozhin. Yevgeny Prigozhin's plane was destroyed yesterday evening. 10 people died on the spot. A plane belonging to the leader of the Russian private company Wagner Yevgeny Prigozhin crashed near the village of Kuzhenkino in the Tver region of Russia. 10 people who were in it died. This is now widely reported by Russian electronic mass media and Telegram channels, and it was also confirmed by the official channel Russia 24. Initially, there was information that a military plane had been destroyed, but it was quickly clarified that it was a business jet. Interestingly, according to preliminary data, the plane was shot down by the air defense of the Russian invaders, but the exact information is still unknown. In addition, according to Russian media, the founder of the Wagner company, Dmytro Utkin, Prigozhin's deputy, was also on board the plane that crashed. A little later, the bodies of Yevgeny Prigozhin and Dmytro Utkin were identified. This was reported by the Russian propaganda publication, which was associated with the owner of Wagner. Moreover, Rosaviatsia stated that Prigozhin's plane was shot down by two S-300 missiles. It happened in the sky in the Tver region. It is obvious that we have the fact of the demonstrative revenge of the leader of the fascist regime Putin and the Ministry of Defense against his former assistant, who decided to challenge the master. Exactly 2 months ago, Wagner's units led by Prigozhin staged an armed march on Moscow, which the Russian authorities described as a mutiny. At the same time, several planes and helicopters of the Russian military forces were shot down. In the end, Prigozhin announced his refusal to move on Moscow and declared that his subordinates were going in the opposite direction to the field camps. After that, the Russian authorities announced that Wagner would go to Belarus. The businessman himself registered in Belarus as a legal entity with a property management company. But it is not known whether Prigozhin personally appeared on the territory of Belarus after the failed rebellion. Meanwhile, the commanders of Wagner's company hold a meeting and prepare to announce a statement on the elimination of their leader. A Russian Mi-8 helicopter with a crew arrived and landed in Ukraine. The Russian pilot secretly agreed with Ukrainian intelligence. The head of the main directorate of intelligence Kirill Budanov told about this in an interview. "We were able to find the right approach to the man. We were able to create the conditions to take out the whole family unnoticed, and ultimately create the conditions so that he was able to overrun this aircraft with a crew that did not know what was going on. When they realized where they had landed, they tried to run away. Unfortunately, they were destroyed. We would like to take them alive, but we have what we have," he said. According to the head of intelligence, the helicopter is currently in Kiev. Budanov added that it will be possible to see the helicopter and talk to its pilot after the release of the official video. "The pilot feels great, everything is fine with him. He has two options, but he is inclined to be in Ukraine," Budanov said. The intelligence chief called this operation one of the best carried out by his department in the entire history of Ukraine. "We will remind you that a week ago, the armed forces of Ukraine destroyed 2 Russian Ka-52 helicopters in one day. Fighters of a separate mechanized brigade of the armed forces of Ukraine with the help of a Swedish portable anti-aircraft missile complex destroyed a Russian Ka-52 attack helicopter near the village of Robotyne in the Zaporizhia region. Sweden handed over the RBS-70 complexes to the Ukrainian army back in April this year. To date, there have been no shots of the use of these complexes. Only now, fighters of a separate mechanized brigade of the armed forces of Ukraine showed how they shot down a Russian Ka-52 helicopter. The armed forces of Ukraine finally released Robotyne. It was known about the Ukrainian flag on the wall near the entrance to the destroyed school in the village of Robotyne in the Melitopol direction as early as this morning. However, no one really knew what it meant. The evening material of the General Staff of the Armed Forces of Ukraine, which posted a video with a blue-yellow flag on the same school, filmed by an unmanned aerial vehicle, did not change the situation much. Working. Happy National Flag Day, Ukraine. However, the domestic authoritative compiler of frontline maps and military expert Deep State drew the following conclusion from this event. Fighters of the Magura Separate Mechanized Brigade raised the flag of Ukraine in the village of Robotyne. A flag was raised in the southern part, indicating his release. The village is moving into the blue zone. As recently as yesterday, it was claimed that the occupiers control only 10% of the village's territory in the south.